This video is for you young men, how to stand out amongst the competition. Hey guys, welcome back to 5NothinGCom. I am Fuggit. And that stands for the fittest underdog guru using intelligent tactics. Young men, let me tell you, I wish that I had had this advice when I was a whippersnapper like y'all, right? Whether you're late teen years, early 20s, maybe mid and late 20s, usually by 30, a lot of you should have this down, but not always. You know, some of you are late bloomers. And you know what? You're still our brothers from other mothers. But let me tell you something, okay? I made every mistake in the book. Early onward for many, many years, right? Many moons passed. And there's several that I catch when I'm looking back. You know, you don't realize how old you are sometimes. So for the old guys listening to this, you get a few years under your belt, right? You're in your career, you're doing your thing. And then you see like high school or college kids, and you look and you go, that looks like they look like 4 or 5 years younger than they are. And it's like, that's a high schooler or that's a college student, and they look so much younger. You just got older. That's what happened. And it's kind of a realization that, you know what, time stands still for no man. You got to make the best of the day. Seize the day, baby. So, thing is, guys, you young guys, right? What tends to happen is you might get a little piece of advice, right? Or you might see in some guy that seems like a lady killer. You know, it seems like all the ladies like him. And you're trying to figure out what is it that makes that guy attractive to all these women, right? The one guy that all these girls got crushes on. It could be on TV or in music or entertainment as well. But, you know, just if you look around in your social circle and you see that guy and he might have one trait and you latch onto it and think that that's the thing that the women like about him. It could be anything from his machismo, right? His macho-ness. And he's just like a manly man. He works out. You know, maybe he's just like the love him and leave him guy. So you think, okay, well, I've got to brag about my body count. You know, if I look like a ladies' man and I'm always out there playing and this and that, then I'm going to be more attractive to other women. Well, you might be attractive to some women, and other women are just going to see you and think, man, that guy's got to have, he's got to have a few, he must have a punch card at the clinic, if you know what I mean. Meaning they don't want to get near you or your unit. So, I don't think that'll get me demonetized, but I guess we'll see. You know, you might think that being, what is the term, a simp? Or a guy that, you know, is pretty comfortable just being her little male boyfriend or male girlfriend, and, you know, basically accepts friendship when he wants to date, and he thinks that at some point, just like in all the romantic comedies, that she's going to realize that she's in love with him. Nope, you've been friend-zoned, and that's where you will die. Sometimes it actually works out, but very rarely. You might be elevated to friends with benefits, but the chances are she's not interested. And you just need to be real about it. And I've talked about this in other videos, and give her, you know, that ultimatum. Say, you know what, I can't be friends with you. I'm too attracted to you. I want a relationship or nothing. And you know what, you got to stick to your guns. You have to then follow through, and you'll earn her respect that way. And if she has any feelings for you at all that could be romantic, then you're going to get what you want, right? You're going to potentially date her. So, you know, I'll say this, guys. Here's one lesson. have so many thoughts in my head. I'm just trying to get it out. Clearly, I want to convey this information, but it might just come out in a little bit of a jumble. But you know what? You have to sift through the weeds to get the little gems. Now, you've got the guy that talks about being, you know, a ladies' man, or he's an alpha, and he gets the ladies, he's used to getting what he wants, etc., right? There's a show I was watching just to kind of illustrate this with my girlfriend last night, and it's a dating show where they've got 10 women, 10 men, and they try to pair up and find out who their perfect match is. I think it was on several years ago on MTV, and this one guy is sitting there, and you know, he's really like that metrosexual look, right? He's like really primmed up, he's a pretty boy, he's got some tats, always has his shirt off, even though he's not really like huge or yoked or anything, but you know, he's in shape, and he's all over this blonde, and you can tell she's attracted to him, but he is all over her. He's like, you're my match, and he's just goo-goo and can't stop complimenting her and all this other stuff, thinking that it's going to persuade her to stay with him and be attracted to him. The thing is that other guys in the house were watching, and like, you know, in this one scene they were in the pool, and the guys are going, oh, he's blowing it, man. You know, these guys knew, a couple of them, one guy looks like A-Rod, he's an alpha because he doesn't talk about, you know, he doesn't hyper pursue. He's just confident, good looking guy, just kind of sits back, watches the other guys make the mistakes, and then he moves in for the kill, right? And all of a sudden, guess what? The blonde is not attracted to the guy that's telling her, oh, we're meant to be, and he's not letting up. He's not giving her any room to breathe, and she's asking him, you know, just give me some space, everything's fine. If that guy had just backed off a little bit and given her some space, maybe talked to some of the other women in the house, because after all, they were there to play the game to try to win money, then she would have seen what she lost. It would have given her some time to think about him. You know, Corey Wayne talks about it in his Understanding Relationships content, about giving a woman time away from you and a little space to think about you, to wonder about you. You know, leave a little air of mystery. You don't have to play a game where you're ignoring her, ghosting her, or acting like you're too cool for school and all this stuff. But you know what? When you can sense that there's no reciprocation, or that you're over communicating and she's responding very little, you back off. That's a sign that she wants a little space. It's not playing a game, it's just going at her pace, you know? And Corey Wayne also says, like, women are like cats, right? Now, if you have a cat, the cat wants to be around you, cat wants to be petted or, you know, held, it will let you know. When it doesn't, it's gonna walk away. And it doesn't help to go and chase that cat and try to make it sit by you, because it's gonna end up hissing at you, maybe scratching you. And it's very true. It's a very similar thing with women. Guys, we're like dogs. We're like puppy dogs. Our tails wagging, looking for attention, kick us, boom, you know, get mad at us, whatever. We just kind of put our head down and then wait for acceptance, right? So don't get mad at me for drawing the comparisons, because universally and generally it's true. But you disagree, comment below. So that's a young man's mistake, smothering a woman, right? You might be attracted to her, you might think she's the greatest thing, you might think she's your soulmate, but you still gotta play it cool. You know, even though everything inside you is screaming, I can't let her go, I can't let anyone, you know, ask her out or flirt with her or anything else, right? You can't stop anybody from doing anything. And I don't care if you get a ring on her finger, I don't care what you do. People ultimately still have free will. And if they want to cheat, they're going to find a way to cheat. If they're attracted to somebody else, you've got to let them be attracted to somebody else and let them go. Okay? And it's not that you're so awesome and amazing, that you're gonna, find someone else and I don't really care, and be dismissive and be butthurt about it. You just need to respect people's individual right to choose and love who they're gonna love. Love is a choice. Love is not, you can't and don't want to manipulate somebody or smother somebody or corner them into and force them to love you. That's not love. And you want to be with somebody that looks at you and doesn't want to be with anybody else and just thinks you're, the cat's meow. That's what you want. And so when you understand that and you give love in that way, then you're going to find somebody who will also receive love that way and give it back that way. When you find that, it's dynamic, right? So playing it too cool, where maybe you just don't show any interest at all. You don't make small talk with this girl. You don't flirt at all, because you're going to be chased, right? That's another young man's mistake. Not going after the girl, asking for her number, getting the date. I talked to a lady this morning, and she said that on the dating sites, all these guys basically just wanted a pen pal. They never actually asked them for a date, asked them, meet them in person. And when I've talked to guys about this and say that's a lot of women's complaints about dating sites, they say, well, they can ask me out too, right? It's 2020, it's 2021, it's whatever, and the truth of the matter is they just fear rejection. And the thing is, a woman likes a guy who is going to go out on a limb and go after what he wants, right? That's the alpha aggressive male side that needs to come out and that women are attracted to. It's not you acting like you don't care about anything, you're too cool for school, and treating her like trash, or that you can just pick up the next girl. That's not what you want to be as a strong male, okay? So getting past all of that, go after what you want. Ask the girl out. Don't hesitate. Don't play too cool or wait and think that, she should ask me out. Women like to be asked out. They want to know that you're attracted to them. They want to know you care. Some women will let it be known. If they have an extreme level of attraction to you, they might just step out of the box and ask you out. There's women like that. But a lot of times you're going to run across women that, at least that I have, that want to be asked out. They don't want to pursue. They don't want to go and ask you. They're thinking, if you're man enough and you want me, you'll come and get me. Okay? Not caveman-like, or beat them over the head with a club and put them over your back, but you know what? You express interest. You do it in a way that shows respect, but also conveys interest. And you think of your witty lines that work with your personality type, and if she's attracted to you and you're her type, then you know what? You might get a date with her, but you don't know if you don't ask. So unfortunately, there's so much to dig into that I'm going to end this video now before it gets too long and I get too long-winded. It's probably a series, but you know what? It's all good. So just want to drop that on the young guys out there. Some of the old guys, if you watch this, you kind of chuckle and say, yep, or ooh, I missed that lesson. Because you know what? We're all always learning and growing, and at least you should be. If you think you know it all, the game is over already.